Alrighty, here we are, another day, and man, in Michigan today, it's been crazy snowing. At least I have fantastic lighting, so there's that. But I did want to kind of talk to you guys a little bit about my hair. I just blow dried it with the Revlon Volumizing and Styling tool. I love that tool so much. It cuts down my dry time so much. And then I used two products. Both of them are Lange products. The first one is a Lange mousse. It's called, I think it's their Whip Mousse. And then I also used their Root Boost. So I put that just in the roots and kind of just moved it around, brushed the hair, and then I used that volumizing tool and did my hair like that. So there's that. And I get like fantastic volume just by like touching my hair. It's awesome. Obviously we don't want it looking messy like this, but that's okay. We can style it in a little bit. But anyway, before I get going with my actual full makeup routine, I'm gonna put my lip plumper. I love this lip plumper. It smells like mint. It's got like a little bit of menthol mint in it. It's not like a lot of traditional lip plumpers that may like sting or have like snake venom and any of that kind of stuff in it to plump your lips. It's just a natural, I feel like when I put it on, I instantly get a little bit plumper of lips, but the more you wear it, the more plump they will get. So I like to put this on like as I'm doing my makeup. It just kind of just moisturizes my lips that much more while I'm doing my makeup, and then when I do my lip color at the very end, it also helps hydrate my lips prior to my lip color. So then also I have been using the lash and eyebrow serum. That is this bad boy. This has Capixyl in it, which is known to be a growth ingredient. So with this, it comes out like so. You have this tip that you can put along the lash line. And then this pointier end, you can also like put it in like your brows wherever you want to fill specific areas. And the beauty about it is you can use it every day, morning, night. You can use it however much you see fit or you want to how fast you want to see results. I do it before my makeup or before I go to bed. I really don't do both, but you can use it prior to putting your makeup on. So that's kind of what I wanted to do today, just to kind of show you guys a little bit more about it. So, and then you can also use it on the mascara. Okay, so then I'm going to do the same thing on this side, just add a little bit to my lashes here. And why I like doing it in the morning or before I do my makeup is because the brush itself really helps separate my lashes, so that when I do go in with my mascara, it just makes it that much more like separated and voluminous. So those are two products that you may see me use from time to time prior to doing my makeup. So the lip plumper and then the brow and lash serum, I have been loving them. So I already put on my primer, so I have been loving the VFX Strobe Primer. We have the original, which is $12.90, and then the strobe that has like iridescent hues that actually shines through your foundation and allows you to have like a little bit of added glow to your face. So this one's $1 more for $13.90. I've been using these both for 4 months now and interchangeably. And I really, really do like the effects that they give. So this one, obviously, it has that iridescence, but they both have pore and wrinkle minimizing properties to them, as well as priming properties. They're not going to clog your pores at all. After the primer, I typically, 90% of the time, go in with a BB cream. So I love our BB cream. It gives just fantastic coverage. I use about half of a pea size, maybe about a pea size, give or take. So I take that back. Less is more with our BB and our CC creams. No joke, less is more. So I like to tap it all around and kind of stipple it in. The BB and the CC cream are fantastic at hiding just like natural scarring. If you have large pores and are more oily, the BB cream might be a little bit more preferred based on its, not necessarily coverage, but based on that it's made for larger pores. And then I move that all around, and you can even see what a difference that BB cream makes compared to my natural face. So the BB cream is a tinted moisturizer, so you're getting all the benefits that a tinted moisturizer has, plus fantastic coverage, and you can just keep it at this and be on your way. You don't need to go any further if you didn't want to on your face. Because I have a lot of scarring, I like to go in with a foundation just so that it helps with my coverage throughout the day. So after I do CC, I go between our VFX Pro foundation and then our Stay Matte foundation. So both are fantastic. I have oily skin, so the Stay Matte is made specifically for oily skin. But I love our VFX Pro because it has photo filter technology in it, so it definitely helps blur out any of my acne scarring, or if I may be breaking out at that time. Having that photo filter technology, it just stands alone in the foundation category. Now, if like I don't have a lot of blemishes, or, you know, I don't know, maybe my scarring, it's not bothering me that week, you know, it just depends on my mood, I may go with the Stay Matte, but 8 or 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna shoot with the VFX Pro. I just love it. And for $24, I mean, come on. It's so good, and it has such fantastic properties and qualities in the actual ingredients. They're all safe and good for you. They're not gonna clog your pores and make you break out. I can't tell you how many CVS store products were so bad for my skin, and I just didn't know any better, so I just used them. But whenever I broke out, it was because of using that crappy makeup. So BB and VFX foundation is on. I'm gonna seal it, so to speak, with the pressed powder. I'm in this shade Warm Medium number 4. I love a pressed powder, and you can see how much I love it because I use it a lot. So the pressed powder, I'm gonna go in with this brush. I do like the little spongies that it comes with, but it got kind of gross. So I like to put the pressed powder around my face. So primarily the powder is made specifically to absorb oil. So if you have oily skin, a pressed powder is a must. If you don't have oily skin, if you like that more mattified look, get yourself a pressed powder. It is such a fantastic product, and I think it's like $12.90. It's awesome. So after I do the pressed powder, I go in with the light concealer because I love just that highlight look that I get when I do a concealer, especially a lighter one. I like to do one eye at a time because this concealer does dry quick. So to avoid the drying look, I do one eye at a time, and I'm just patting the concealer down. Trying to get that concealer as high under that eye as I possibly can, ever so gently. Like, what a difference, right? Like, it just brightens up my look, my face, makes me seem more awake when I'm really not. It's fantastic at hiding those sleepy bags, dark circles. Oh my gosh, you guys need to check our concealers out. And I have a, I have a really awesome like method if you have like really bad dark circles under your eye. I do like a combination of a couple concealers. We have 2 different concealers that are awesome for dark circles. And then I did try to bring some of that concealer, as you can see, into like the inner duct part of my eye. That's just to, same thing, brighten and just open the eye that much more. It just makes your eye look pop. So then we have this eye. And then I'm gonna go in with a couple other areas to brighten up.
Mom, this is how I turn the volume up.
I need the volume down. All right. My kids are almost 4 and 5, and they're obsessed with some of our neighbor kids. And because it just snowed today here in Michigan, they saw them outside and really wanted to play with them. So it worked out that they all got to play together, and they have been outside. They're back now, obviously, but they were playing outside so good and for so long. I feel like I got so much done around the house here. It was nice to shower at my own pace and not have to feel rushed. It was really nice. So I'm very grateful to live in a subdivision with neighbors who have kids, and I just love it so much. It's so fun. Okay, so after the concealer, I'm gonna go in with the setting powder. So I never used a setting powder up until Farmasi, and I don't know what I've been missing this whole time. So the setting powder obviously is white and it goes on white, but once you let it sit and set, it doesn't stay like that. I put it primarily in my oily areas and the areas that I do want to brighten because it is white. But it doesn't have to be pretty, because after you let it sit for a little bit and brush it away, it just kind of gives you that mattified, non-shiny. It's going to absorb your oils throughout the day. I just love products that help my problem areas, and so many of these products do that. So I'm very thankful for that. So while I wait for that to set, just a minute or so, I'm going to start with my brows and start my eyes. I'm going to go in with the brown mascara first. I never thought I would like a brown mascara because I had a bad experience with them. But now I actually wear this every day for work because it's a lot quicker and easier to just kind of fill my natural brows with some color and be on my way. So I'm very fortunate to have brows. I know a lot of people don't, which is why that lash and eyebrow serum might be perfect for you if you're somebody who needs to grow more lashes and brows. Like, legit, you guys gotta check it out. I think that's like 22 bucks. It's gonna last you forever too. So I'm gonna let that mascara dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna go in with my palette here, which honestly the only one that I need technically from this palette is the contour. So today I use these three on the regular. Every single day I use this palette, and I love this palette so much. So I'm gonna change it up a little bit today. So that's been setting under my eyes and forehead for a little bit, so we can just brush this away. As you can see, it just ever so lightly, I just have to touch it. And it goes away, and it leaves back just a highlight, brighten, amazing look, which I love. So anyway, back to this. Taking some contour here. I use this angled brush for my contour, and I just, same thing, ever so lightly, just kind of press the product down, move it back and forth. You don't want it too low. You want to make sure your contour is a little bit higher up. And then after I contour, I'll show you guys. I like to contour, as you can see, on the cheekbone, just above the cheekbone, I guess you can say, just like that. After I do that, I go on the forehead a little bit, just adding some dimension to my look. So I obviously already brightened and highlighted. Now I'm going to add different shadows and just kind of show you guys some tricks and tips about how to shadow shape your face with makeup. It's a beautiful thing. It's a very beautiful art form. I follow some people on Instagram that like really do the intense makeup stuff, and whew, it's impressive. Like I don't know how you guys did that. It's very impressive. Okay, so that's really all today that I'm using this palette for. I'll tell you why in a moment. I'm gonna go in with the highlight palette. So this bad boy has 3 gorgeous highlight shades in them. I'm gonna use this bronzy one because I'm kind of rocking that bronzy look. So that's what we're gonna use today for our blush and highlight. So I'm gonna go in with, we'll go this brush. This is a Farmasi brush. I love using this for like smoky eye. I love using this, and then this for blush. So I love that it's multi-purpose, multi-use. So I'm gonna take a little bit here. And then just adding this gorgeous bronzy highlight. Normally I'll use a blush and then the highlight over top, but today we're not. I am gonna go in with the lighter highlight, which is in the other palette as well. So I'm gonna take this and just tap it on top. Okay. Okay. After that, I'm gonna go in and start with the eyes. So I'm going for, everyone's a little different when they choose what colors they do for their eyes and how they incorporate their makeup. I like to kind of go with my outfit to a degree. I like to match or make sure I'm in the same kind of color wheel family. So that's why I'm choosing what I'm choosing today. I'm gonna go in with Warm Taupe, which is a mono shadow of ours, which is a powder. If I could find it. Found it. So Warm Taupe, and then it looks like so. Before I do Warm Taupe first, how could I forget my primer? I'm obsessed with our eyeshadow primer. It is so good. It's so good. This is it. I take my eyeshadow brush and just kind of move it around. It hides all my purple and blue veins that are on my eyes. It's just fantastic. And oh my goodness, my eye is twitching. So I like a blank, clean canvas to start, especially when I'm doing my eyes. So this is why, one of the many reasons I love using the primer, because it just kind of gives me that blank start to my eye look. I most likely will be using this again, and I will show you shortly what I'm going to use this primer for momentarily. So after that, I'm going to start buffing, fluffing, finding the right brush, because it's all in the brush, baby. For this eyeshadow, I think I can do this. I'm gonna buff it out with that. So I'm gonna go in with this angled one. Grabbing the product, and then bringing it up, keeping it in this outer third part of the eye. This is how I like to do my eye makeup. I like to do like 3 colors and just kind of transition them, make them all like pretty matchy-matchy together. And then once I get enough product down, I'm gonna get a fluffier brush and start making it look more seamless, and instead of like just so blotchy. So I love this color for an everyday look. You can also, what I plan on doing with this today is kind of making it a little smoky with browns, like brown smoky eyes. And then still just placing product down and moving it around ever so gently. You'll notice if you hold your brushes further back by the end and use them, it's a lot lighter of a hand than if you hold them like a pencil and you're closer. So a little tip there when you're putting your eyeshadows on, hold your brush further back to get it a little more a fluffier application. And then after we add the warm taupe powder shadow, I'm gonna take this fluffy brush here and just kind of buff out the upper part here. And then little circle motions, windshield wiper, that kind of technique is kind of what I do here. I just don't want harsh lines, and using a fluffier brush will help with the harsh lines. Using a smaller, more dense brush, it will help with precision and where you want that product to go, and that's where it's gonna go. So, brushes, brushes, brushes. So after the warm taupe, which I'm gonna keep out because I'm gonna need it again, I'm gonna go in with this is vintage, the palette Vintage Season. It's our eyeshadow trio. I'm gonna take this middle brown color and kind of use that as well next to the warm taupe. Man, my eye is twitching, guys. What does that mean again, if my eye is twitching? Okay. After that, I'm going to use that primer. Take this brush that is like flat, like more like a paintbrush, I would say this one is. I'm gonna take some of the primer, put it right in that crease and bring it up and down. And because the primer is like, look at the difference that makes. Adding that primer just gives you another clean canvas, especially for your lightest color. You guys really, really, really need to look into this primer. This primer, it's like $11.90. You will get the primer to use. You can use it as a concealer too if you wanted. You can use it under your eyes. I just like using this primer for those lighter colors that I put on the inner third here. Okay. After that primer, this is where it gets fun. I'm using our pigments. So this is the Bronze Dust pigments. So the pigments we have, obviously it's gonna match perfectly with my outfit, but the Bronze Dust pigments you can use as a nail color. You can mix it with your nail polish. You can put it on your lips. You can use it for your eye makeup. You can use it as your bronzer. Like, there's so many different uses for these pigments, and I absolutely love them. So what I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna spray my brush that I used with the primer with the time locking setting spray so I don't get any fallout, which I really don't anyway, but I'm just gonna spray that, shake this around, and then dip in a little bit here. And adding that primer first, it just makes this color pop that much more. I mean, this is a glitter metallic as it is, so it doesn't need a lot of help, but it's still nice to give it like a,
I didn't.
it's not going to distort the color. After I do that, all right, girls. Shh. After I do that, I'm gonna let it sit just a minute. Once I let that sit, I'm gonna take my fluffy brush again and start smoothing out the edges. Okay. And then I'm gonna go in. Okay. So I'm placing an order soon, so I plan on getting a few more eye pencils, especially the colored ones. So there's like metallic blues and metallic greens, and I have the solid colors in the glider pencils. Wow. But I don't have the metallic ones, so I can't wait to give those a try. So I'm just sharpening my waterproof Express, which these pencils last forever, first off, and the amount of pigmented color you get with these is insane. Like, you get the deepest black. It's impressive. I've never used a pencil like this where it's so deep as night black. And it's waterproof. So I was gonna do something. Oh, I'm gonna go back in. Where did it go? With this little angled brush here and just take the excess and kind of bring it down. On the outer third, I'm gonna keep it. Okay. And with the Express pencil, I like to do it just on the bottom because I'm gonna use the ink pen liner for a nice like mini wing. So I like to just tilt my chin down and look up. Isn't that so dark? So dark. All right. I'm gonna get my mirror for this one. All right, we're getting there, we're getting there. I love this ink pen liner. It's so easy to maneuver and use. All right. So ink pen liner is good, like that stuff. Most of our eyeliner products are all completely waterproof, so they're not going anywhere. So if they're not talking and me, yay. If they're not waterproof, they're water resistant, but 90% of our liner products are waterproof. Both of the ones that I used today are waterproof. Okay. Moving on, I'm going to fill my brows, do my mascara, and then we're good to go. This is extra, guys. This is not a normal everyday look for me. This is definitely only when I have things going on, places I need to go, people I need to see. On the regular, I was done 15 minutes ago. As well as when I'm talking, I take a little bit longer. But normally my makeup routine takes me a total of 10-15 minutes tops, especially when I'm not talking or anything. It's pretty straightforward and quick. I obviously am doing a lot of extra steps. I just like to show you guys as many products as I can show you guys, because there's something out there for everybody. So I'm just trying to show you guys all the different things that we offer, and this isn't even part of what we offer. We offer so much more. So if you guys have questions, just let me know. All right. Now doing some mascara. This isn't the one I want. My all-time favorite mascara is the Extreme Curl. I've tried through 4 of them, and we have 6. I just overall love the brush. It's a silicone brush. I love the bristles on this. It lengthens and volumizes at the same time. Like, I feel like I don't have to put a lot of work into my lashes because the mascara does all of the work. I feel like I get fantastic color. It's easy to get the little tiny baby hairs. It's overall my top mascara. During the week when I'm going to work, I wear my glasses, so I don't need my lashes big, bold, and beautiful. So I use our 3D mascara, which is just as fantastic. It uses a silicone wand as well, and I get really good volume, but it doesn't give me this length because I don't want it hitting my glasses. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna use this comb here. Okay. Almost there. Okay. I think that's it. What you guys think? Oh, lip color. Ooh, I don't know which one I want to do today. I think I'm going to do Nude Essence, which I don't have up here in my room. So I'm going to do my lips after, and then I will show you guys the completely finished look momentarily. So hold tight. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Just remember, as always, any likes and comments that you give me and any shares of my posts and videos really helps my business. So I just appreciate you guys always and forever. I appreciate it. So hold tight, and I'll give you a final look in the comments below.